The Prophet Muhammad SAW performed several miracles throughout his lifetime. And in this series, inshallah, we are going to be mentioning some of those miracles. But it is important to note the purpose of miracles in spirituality in the first place. You see, all the messengers of Allah that were sent, they were all sent with miracles, right? There is no single prophet that came except he came with miracles, signs, and wonders. So, what is the purpose of these miracles? Miracles in spirituality have only one purpose, and that is to prove that the messengers are who they say they are. Think about it. If somebody were to come and say, I am sent by the creator of the universe to deliver a message to you, that's a very bold claim, and such a person needs unequivocal proof, something that is irrefutable and undisputable fact that will establish that indeed this person is sent by the creator. So this is the purpose of miracles, and this is why you find that in all the in the holy scriptures, like in the Quran, in the Bible, you will see that the messengers of God who performed miracles, most of the times they perform those miracles once or twice. For example, when Isa alayhi salam resurrected someone who was dead, how many times did he perform that? How many dead people did he raise? Was Lazarus the only dead person in that society? So you see that the reason he did that miracle was because he wanted to prove to the people that indeed I am sent by God and I am a messenger of God, and only God can do this. So for me to be able to do this, then definitely I am telling the truth. That is the purpose. And once he established that proof by doing that miracle, he doesn't need to wake every dead person. He has already proved the point. Okay, so this is the purpose of miracle. And that is why we Muslims, we don't go around chasing miracles from one mosque to the other, because that was never the purpose to begin with. You also look at Moses and all the other messengers, they all performed miracles. Why? They needed to prove to the people that what they were indeed sent by the Creator. And when you take a critical look at the miracles performed by each of the prophets, you will come to realize that the messengers were all giving miracles that were very peculiar and pertinent to the time that they existed. And take a look at Musa alayhi salam, for example. Musa alayhi salam and his miracle of turning his stick into a snake that could swallow the snakes of the other magicians. Why was Musa alayhi salam giving this particular miracle and not any other messenger? The reason is because Musa alayhi salam was sent to a people who were engrossed in magic, who reached the peak of magical knowledge, right? And that was why Fir'aun was able to have such a strong grip on the people of Israel. He could do a lot of magical tricks, and he could just claim that I am God. Look at how I can do all these things. And people were worshiping him. So Musa, claiming to be sent by the Creator, has to be able to surpass these people in what they claim to be so knowledgeable in. He has to be able to bring something that will amaze them, that will baffle them. And that was why Allah gave him that particular miracle. Imagine all the professors of magic, all the most knowledgeable people about magic are all gathered, and they all threw their sticks and turned to stone, showing their most powerful magic trick. And here is Musa alayhi salam throwing his own stick. It turns into a very big snake, and it's not only that, it swallows up all the snakes of the magicians. How much more powerful? What other proof do you need that this person is indeed a messenger of God? And this was the fact that the magicians, they realized, and they quickly submitted to him and said, we believe in Musa and we believe in his Lord. Okay, so that is the point of miracles. It is simply given to each messenger to prove a point. Also, when you look at the miracle performed by Isa alayhi salam, it was peculiar to his time. Musa alayhi salam lived in Isa alayhi salam lived in a time when they were at the peak of medical research, right? So if medicine tells you, okay, this disease, you cannot cure it, this is an incurable disease, or you can't cure that, they all knew that. So for Isa alayhi salam to come and he started curing all these diseases, he started raising the dead. So he was giving that particular miracle because that was what was pertinent to the people existing in that time. And this is the same for all the other messengers. If you study the miracles performed by all the other messengers, you will find the exact same thing. So we are going to be going to the miracles performed by Muhammad SAW, and you're going to see why his own miracles were also specific, and they were also commensurate with the time that he existed in. Even though he was sent to the whole of mankind, you will see how his miracle is for all time. So if you would like to see that series of the miracles performed by the Prophet Muhammad SAW throughout his life, then follow my page and like the video. You can also share it to your friends.